After a hat-trick of wins to kickstart their incredible season, Bangalore will now move venues. That's correct. They move from Chennai to Mumbai to take on Rajasthan in match number 16, and I think that'll make them even more dangerous. But if there is one team that can derail any big team's momentum on any given day, it's Rajasthan. Let's take a look at match number 16 in a bit. Let's talk about the two games on Wednesday. Hyderabad versus Punjab in Chennai, and later in the day it was Chennai versus Kolkata in Mumbai. The second one, definitely a thriller. The first one, one-way traffic indeed. Hyderabad will be pleased to get off the mark and get their first win of the season, and they did it in some fashion. They really did. The Kane Williamson factor really clearly standing out there. Much more composed, much more relaxed Hyderabad. The Hyderabad we know from all these years finally coming to the fore and showing us what they're made up of. And then they sort of really walk towards that really achievable total, chasing it down with absolute elan and ease. Johnny Bairstow again starting with the bat. A couple of very good performances with the ball as well. Khalil looked impressive. Rashid was absolutely amazing on Chennai, turning the ball left and right, and sometimes even the keeper did not have an answer. Hyderabad back in form and looking very, very good. The second game, of course, was an absolute thriller towards the end. For a large part of it, it was one-way traffic. It was Chennai that ruled the roast, batted first, and really, Faf du Plessis really took the momentum to Chennai's favor. Remember, Kolkata won the toss and put Chennai into bat first. But Chennai were absolutely amazing. Every single batter is batting at a strike rate of about above 150, and that is something that will really please Mahendra Singh Dhoni going forward. And then, of course, when they came out to bowl, it was the Deepak Chahar show at 1 point 31 for 5, and then to recover and make a match out of it, courtesy of Russell and Karthik, and later Pat Cummins. Absolutely amazing. The lower order will be very happy with their performance. The top order has a lot of thinking to do. All in all, I think two very good games. The second one much more entertaining on Wednesday. All right, let's go to our game on Thursday, which is Bangalore versus Rajasthan. I think Bangalore is clearly the team that is coming into this with a little bit more momentum. In fact, a lot of momentum compared to Rajasthan. A hat-trick of wins to start the season. They've seen off their Chennai leg. Everybody was talking about how important that Chennai leg will be for in terms of how Bangalore season will go about, because it is a slow and low surface. It's a wicket that turns, not a lot of pace that on the bat to offer, but Chennai, but Bangalore have done an incredible job, a remarkable job to see off that leg in absolute elan and style. They've got their main players going, which is something that'll be really pleasing for the management. The likes of Maxwell and AB de Villiers have gotten going really well, and also your players like Harshal Patel, Mohammad Siraj, have really stepped up and come to the party. Shahbaz Ahmed stepped up in one of the games. Virat Kohli has looked like he's trying to get his rhythm back as well. So Bangalore looking good, and now they become even more dangerous as they come to Mumbai. They've got some fond memories of playing in Mumbai. Think back to the Virat and AB partnership as well. But however, conditions will suit them. All of these batsmen like pace on the bat. These are better conditions to bat on. They can chase in these conditions, something that Virat enjoys as well. So I think they'll be very, very pleased of how they've gone about their games in Chennai. But now they'll be even more excited to take that momentum forward and build even more and continue things. Everybody's waiting to see when RCB will slip up, to see if they succumb to their original patterns. We've sort of come to build this narrative that these are their original patterns where they slip up after a while. But it seems like this team is not keen to let that conversation carry on. They're looking very, very good, and I think they're only going to get dangerous from here. I see the one possible change is probably an extra Indian seamer for maybe a Shahbaz Ahmed, just because of conditions in Mumbai. You never know, maybe Navdeep Saini might just get the game in if he is fit. That could be one change that I could probably foresee. But apart from that, I don't see a lot of changes. Maybe Patidar at the top, but I don't see a lot of changes happening in this Bangalore team. Maybe throw in a Mohammad Azharuddin because of that performance that he sort of displayed in the Syed Mushtaq Ali at this very stadium, at the Wankhede Stadium. You never know. It could be an interesting move. But apart from that, not a lot indeed. And they'll be very confident. For Rajasthan, on the other hand, right, there's a lot of thinking to do. There's certainly a lot of thinking to do, and I think it begins with the top. Manan Vohra has been a little suspect. He really has in the first 3 games. He's looked like he can strike the ball well. He's been around for a while, has Manan Vohra in the IPL, but it's not gone well. Rajasthan really do need better starts at the top, and I think there is an option available on the bench in the form of Yashasvi Jaiswal, who is a big volcano of talent that's waiting to explode in the IPL. Last year when he came in, everybody was waiting. It really didn't work out for him. Could be his year, you never know. So I think that's a very interesting option. Also gives you a left-right combination at the top with Butler. So that is an option that they could explore. Time for Samson to fire. Very important for Samson to come in and show consistency for Rajasthan. It's his performance have somehow embodied the performances of Rajasthan over the years. It's time for the captain to lead the way, to be consistent, and then the team will definitely follow as well. So time for Samson to follow. I think it's Shivam Dube's role is very important in that middle order. The likes of Dube have to fire. The likes of Parag have to fire. If you are to win games versus Bangalore, you have to outscore them. As difficult as that is, you have to outscore them. You have to put the pressure on their bowlers with the bat, and then later try and counter it or the other way around as well. So I think it'll be very important for Rajasthan, and they would have made notes about this. They would have gone down to the drawing board and said, listen, we got to be more consistent with the bat. We got to be more explosive with the bat at the top and in the middle order as well. How do we fix this? They have a few options on the bench, but I don't see them benching Miller yet. I don't see them benching Morris yet. Maybe Mustafizur sits out, if at all. They take a look at that matchup that Virat has versus left-arm pacers, because you've got a couple of left-arm fast bowlers here already in this team. You got Unadkat, you got Sakaria, who's been very, very good. So maybe Mustafizur walks out of this team. Maybe you get in another foreign fast bowler. You have Andrew Ty, a couple of others there, extra pace maybe with the right-arm fast bowler. So there are a few options there. It'll be interesting to see how Rajasthan go about this. All in all, I think, of course, win the toss, bowl first in Mumbai. Something that Virat is very comfortable doing over the years. He's enjoyed doing that. And I think at this point, it seems like Bangalore are the favourites. But if there's one team that can rock your boat, it's Rajasthan. So this will be a great game. And stay tuned to CricketNews.com. Keep this with you as you watch the games, and follow us on www.cricketnews.com on our social media handles as well, to give you that extra entertainment as you consume all things IPL 2021.